Hello everybody, Andy here from Glass Half Dead. From the day that Kill Team released in 2021, there was, along with that, the birth of a question. Where is Gaunt's Ghosts? And today, maybe on February the 17th, we may have an answer. So, in case you are not aware, if we go to the Sunday preview at the beginning of every month, we get the notice that White Dwarf is going to come, and we get to see the starting or the front cover. Cool. And we also get a little bit of a note about what could be on here. And it's been a long time since we've had anything for Kill Team, but notice here. New rules for Kill Team and Space Marine Operations. Let's ignore Space Marine Operations. Let's just look at new rules for Kill Team. Cool. In this paragraph here, it says what you're going to get for Warhammer Quest, for other stuff, the Space Marine Operations, blah, blah, blah. Cool. It doesn't tell you what you're going to get for Blood Bowl, although it says Blood Bowl here is just a battle report. And it doesn't tell you what you're going to get for Kill Team. Below that, it's telling you what else you're going to get. Painting and hobby articles and some lore dives into Gaunt's Ghosts. So, there is nothing here saying that Gaunt's Ghosts will be coming to Kill Team, but there is nothing here saying what is coming to Kill Team. So let's have a little think and a discussion about what could be coming to Kill Team. In case you do not know, because of course a lot of new players would have only jumped in around the new edition of Kill Team 2024 with Hivestorm, etc. There is a type of kill team that the old heads would refer to as a White Dwarf kill team. A White Dwarf kill team is a series of models that you can put together from your 40k army, because they're just standard 40k models. They could be regular dudes, they could be heroes, whatever it is, HQs, whatever they're called now. And that is your kill team. The examples of these are Warp Coven, Hunterclade, Void Dancers, and Wormblade. For each of those teams, you need to buy between 2 and 4 boxes, I think. I think perhaps up to maybe 5 to make them work. For example, the Void Dancers were 1 box of players, troops, whatever they're called. And then the Shadow Seer and then the Death Jester. So that's 3 boxes. So 2 characters and a box, and that is your team. Whereas for Warp Coven, that was a weird one. But you needed Zangors, you needed regular rubrics, and then you needed 3 sorcerers. Good luck getting 3 sorcerers. There is a sorcerer box, technically, so you can do that. There you go. That is a White Dwarf team. In general, these teams have a little bit more list building to them, one could say, or that's wrong. They have the potential to have more list building. Not Warp Coven. Sorry. Void Dancers had almost no list building. They were a 1 team in essence, whereas the other 2 had a little bit more list building to them in the sense of what did you actually want to run, because when one of the potential negatives of Kill Team is that there is no list building. However, that's because their brand is they want to sell you 1 box, and within that box you have everything, which is cool, that's great. But when they are then not limited to that, because they have made you go out and buy 3 boxes of models, it means that they want to make all the models that you have purchased be usable in the game. Not always, but often, which is, I think, really cool. So, with that said, let's have a look at what could actually become a new team with some different thoughts going behind. Of course, before we do that, I would like to give you a big subscribe-only benefit as a gigantic double hello. Hey, if you're a Kill Team player and you want some money off some cool Kill Team game aids, check out Crossfire or GG Easy. If you use my affiliate link, you get like 10% off whatever your purchase is. That's really cool. I use both of these depending on my situation. And if you just want to buy some Warhammer or any other miniature game, I like other miniature games too, did you know? In the UK, check out Element, Wayland, Red October. I use these for different purposes. If you're in Canada, check out Northern Citadel. And if you're in America, check out Wargame Portal. If you aren't supporting your local game store, which not everybody has one and not everybody likes theirs. So there you go. Cool. All right. Let's have a quick look at Gaunt's Ghosts. So yeah, as I've said, from day one, The question is just, where's Gaunt's ghosts? Why are these not a kill team? And the really interesting thing here would be power scaling. How would you make 6 Space Marines be equal to 6 humans? That would be very fun to see. This would have to be such a tricksy team, and they'd have to have some really, really weird things to make them work. Because looking at how Kill Team works, there are certain truths within the rule set that they like to keep true. So these could be max 10 wounds, but they should probably be 9 to actually be in line with things. So a 6 model team that also can't just natively be APL3. Really difficult to make work. There are many ways you can do it. You'd make them APL 2.5. You'd make them very, very tricksy. But to make 6 models that are ultimately with a human stat line work, really quite tough. Really quite tough. They'd have to be a strange mix of kind of stealth rules, so similar from the stealth battle suits, plus free mission actions, just so they can always do that. That's where they're getting that APL 2.5. Um, yeah, it would be a very interesting team to make work. Doable. Oh, I suppose I should also say there is one more thing about the White Dwarf teams is that although in the past we refer to the White Dwarf team as because they are just tournament legal, they don't we don't have to get tournament legal rules. We might just get a mission, and it's a custom mission, and that's it. And it's like, oh, okay. They could have given us a team, but they gave us a mission. That's entirely possible. We could get 2 pages as a mission with a map layout or something. Okay. That's not what we wanted, GW. We want teams. We want rules. So we shall see. Let's then have a think about other things. So this is obviously a kit that's been around for ages now. It's still a great looking kit. But there are some new kits that have just launched that have a similar vibe, which I think could also work. So obviously we have the new Captain Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar. I think this team actually works brilliantly. So it is 3 Space Marines and then 4 dudes. This would be perfect. Now, for me personally, I actually really like teams that have different, internally different power level models, whatever you want to call that. So, for example, with the Brood Law, Brood Mind, Brood Brothers, the fact that you can take a Psyker as like on a slightly larger base and is just better than everybody else, or you can take the Patriarch or whatever. I actually really enjoy that. Similar to Canoptech, I really like that you can get some massive 50 mil base model and then some smaller dudes. I really like that. It adds a lot more variety, just like 9 Mandrakes or 6 Space Marines. It's very cool. And this would be a perfect example of that. You'd be able to show off some of the coolest models in the range, and then also how do their little kind of adjunct dudes work alongside them. Be really interesting to see a 7 model Space Marine team actually work. I'll tell you how they'd work. They would lose to Nemclaw. There you go. We then have other things they might do. You know what? This is a perfect time to just give us cool ass models. So, what are some teams that would make perfect kill teams just straight out the box? You know what? Possessed. There you go. You don't have to change anything. This guy is the stabby arm dude. This guy's got a big pincer claw and a tentacle. This guy, these are 5 incredibly unique models that clearly could have their own rules just fresh out the box. Very cool. Then there are some other ones. Now, obviously, I'm a bit of a Xenos lover myself, so I think another one is Rangers. Now, that's 5 Rangers there. Very interestingly, there are other builds for these and that aren't shown here. So I know that one of them can take, like he's the one I built. He's pulling out a pistol out. This is a brilliant kit. And now, this is the other thing here. It doesn't have to be 5 models. It could be 6, 7, 8, but you have to buy 2 boxes to get it. And that's okay because this isn't a kill team box. This is just a 40k box. You are supposed to be able to buy as many as you want. So, although I'm saying, keep it simple, just have Rangers, but actually it could be two Ranger boxes and a Spirit Seer, something like that. That's kind of what you would expect. That's very cool. They could do, but really, I highlight this because it's a really nice, cool kit itself. That when you just look at them, they have a lot of pizzazz and personality to them. Can we see? No, they haven't. It's really surprising they haven't shown all of the different things you can do, but those are some different ones there. We then have some more interesting ones focused on chaos here again. So the Tormentors kit, although we've talked about the Red Corsairs, and that is possibly one of the what they're going to give us rules for, we don't know. The new upcoming Red Corsairs kit, but Tormentors are actually very similar to the Red Corsairs. So they have, because it's a dual kit, and each dual kit has a leader with different loadouts and a special weapon. There's actually like just in one kit for tormentors, because it could be cross built as whatever the other name of these guys is. You'd have long range guys, short range guys. You'd have two sets of special weapons, so like your power whip there and a power sword, and you have your special weapon, which is a melter, a flamer, or a plasma. This could easily be the Emperor's Champion set, and it's still one box. So you buy Tormentors, done, and then you have your Emperor's Champion kill team, which would actually be super flexible. I genuinely think that with this box, you don't need an upgrade sprue. It's a really good kit. I have the kit. I built it. I did 5 and 5, so I've got 5 Tormentors and 5. What are they? What are the other ones called? It's not going to tell me quickly, is it? No, why would it? But the other set that it can be built as, which I think's really cool. I'd really like an Emperor's Children set, so that'd be cool. But it doesn't have to just be that. It could be 3 Tormentors, 2 Flawless Blades, and a Lord Cacophonist, right? That's what they've done before. They've taken different kits and said, "Here's your troops. Throw in this guy. Cool, you're done." That'd be nice. And then, of course, there's another faction. Can you imagine what the other faction is I'm going to mention here? Is so we've had their official kill team, but maybe when you look at how people responded, a lot of people said that's cool, but that's not what I think of when I think of that faction. When I think of Tyranids, I don't think of 5 big dudes, 5 toughest guys in the game. I think of a swarm. I think of the Zerg. I think of Zerglings, and you know what? Now this would be the way you do it. You could go a little bit off kilter and say buy this combat patrol, or you could say, hey, go and buy. Where is it? I saw it. This Horrors of the Hive outrageously expensive box, so that you get this thing, and then go and buy some Neurogants, and then go and buy some Von Ryan's Leapers. You get one of them, and then go and buy a Termagant's box, and a Hormagant's box, and a Gene Stealer's box, and then we have a slot system. We've seen how slots work before. Perhaps what you have is a big slot, little slot, right? So your leader model could be your Neurogant, whatever this guy's here, or a Zoanthrope, or you can swap that for 2 Von Ryan's Leapers, something like that. And then your little guy slots is you can take 10 slots, and it can be anything you want from a Neurogant to a Hormagant to a Termagant, and they're all just 1-for-1 swap. So whatever you have either, just making things up, right? You have 10 normal slots, and then you have either whatever. You have a Von Ryan Leaper or 2 whatever this guy's called, or something like that. Or 1 Biovore. Screw it. I want a Biovore in Kill Team. That's what I've decided now. And that could be really fun. 1 Parasite of Mortrex. There you go. That's a better thing to suggest. Or maybe you've got the middle slot too, which is 2 Barb Gaunts or 2 Von Ryan's Leapers. 1 Parasite of Mortrex or 1 Zoanthrope, and then 10 normal dudes. And this would be the perfect way to do Tyranids, that I genuinely think we will never get that sort of kit in Kill Team, because it's not really how Tyranids work. But if you want to really mix it up, I do think that's the way to go for this. But this is just what they've done before and what they could do now. Okay. I genuinely hadn't thought of this, but like new rules for Kill Team, it could just be 1 mission. Oh man, if it's just like one, if there's no, so I suspect what it will be, in genuinely will be, an one or two maps, missions, and a bunch of MPOs. The MPOs that we've seen before from Typhon and from Tomb World. We've seen those. Now we're just gonna get, if I had to guess, orcs. I reckon they're gonna give us orcs because orcs are the rumored race for the upcoming 11th edition launch, as like the nemesis race alongside Blood Angels. Pure rumor, of course, but probably true. So we're gonna get orc MPOs perhaps alongside some maps, maybe using the old Octarius terrain. Maybe, you know, if it's orc themed, screw it, why not? That, oh yeah, that kit that we can't buy anymore. Yeah, let's make content using that. No, maybe not. But yeah, it's probably just going to be solo co-op rules, which isn't bad. I'm glad. The more, the better. But if you can't tell, I didn't think that that was what we were going to get until I saw it, because in my head, I had linked the fact they mentioned Gaunt's ghost with the fact they didn't tell us what kill team we're getting. I was like, well, clearly we're getting a team. Ah, but it's just hit me, guys. We're not getting any of this crap, are we? No, we're gonna get a fucking mission. Cool. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you made it to the end of the video, I'd like to give you a big triple hello. Look forward to my mission on the 17th of February. Thanks, everybody. Bye.